This is the Ioniq 5N, the latest high-powered performance car from Hyundai's N division. 650 horsepower, 0 to 62 in 3.4 seconds.
This thing is quick!
And loaded with the latest tech. It has all the ingredients you'd expect from a family car, along with all the straight-line thrills you'd expect from a high-powered electric drivetrain. Hyundai say it's a game-changer, the first electric car designed for petrol heads. And to examine that claim, we're gonna put it through the ringer in a drag race against a super SUV.
Wow!
We'll compare it to the fastest, most legendary cars from a class above, and put it head-to-head on track in a flat-out race against rivals that should leave it for dead.
This is hilarious!
Let's begin by putting it head-to-head against another four-door, four-seater icon with the same 650 horsepower and 2.2-ton weight to see how it stacks up.
Tommy, is that sponsored by Cadbury's?
How did you know?
So, I'm predicting a quite even race on this. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty even. With your instantaneous torque delivery, I think I will struggle at the beginning just because I have to get onto boost and everything. But, let's see.
All right, music to my ears. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go! Here we go. Okay, I was gonna say neck and neck, but I am disappearing towards the horizon. Come on, Lamborghini! Oh my God, this thing is quick.
And he's pulling on me. Still pulling on me.
I mean, I am taking him to the gap. Wow. Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I can't believe I'm saying this, but a Hyundai has just beaten a Lamborghini. Tommy, how was your trip to Gapplebee's?
That gap was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. The launch was perfect, everything was fine, and your little blue car just disappeared into the distance.
To say this result is unexpected is putting it mildly. We reran this half-mile race multiple times and the 5N always won. The race you see here represents what happened on the majority of runs. Over a quarter mile, the Lambo's best result was to stay within half a second of the 5N's 11-second time. Over a half mile though, blue left purple for dead. But straight line speed is a common party trick with EVs. If the 5N is really as game-changing as Hyundai claim, it needs to do a lot more than simply win drag races. It has to spark something deeper, a real emotional connection between car and driver. And to see if it has the right ingredients, we need to travel back in time to see how standards were set by true legends.
Legends like the Jaguar E-Type, an icon of the 1960s. Look at the thing, it's absolutely gorgeous. That huge signature bonnet, so long, and that massive bulge down the middle. Pure filth. I mean, what was underneath ain't bad either. 4.2 litre XK inline 6, smooth as butter. When we talk about character, this car has it by the bucket load. This E-Type is one of the few cars in the world where you can jump in it, go for a drive, and everyone, and I mean everyone, will look at you and say that guy or girl has incredible taste.
This legend inspired generations, not just of petrolheads, but of casual onlookers, on the basis of its looks alone. But then there are other legends that use technology to inspire an entire industry. Legends like the Audi Quattro.
This was the car that cemented Audi's legacy for building fast, stable, rally-inspired cars, the racing versions of which went on to dominate the World Rally Championship.
You might know it as the Or Quattro, quattro meaning four and Or being the German for first of its kind. And nothing could be more apt, because without this thing, there would be no RS4 or RS6.
In fact, without the Quattro, fast four-door family cars just wouldn't exist, and the entire automotive landscape would be completely different. For petrol heads, this is absolutely historic.
And arguably just as historic is the Italian icon that is the Lamborghini Murcielago. For many, this is automotive nirvana, a V12 engined, manual gearboxed, all-wheel drive lunatic of a thing that served as an unforgettable cultural touchpoint in supercar design.
This etched in my brain forever as one of the most amazing vehicles in history. This one belongs to Ciro of petrol hedonism fame. Thank you, Ciro. I told you I wouldn't take it above 3,000 RPM, but I'm sorry, mate. I lied. Oh my God. Mate, your car is something else. Come on! If you didn't have one of these as a kid, as a toy, like Chiro has right here on the dashboard, is that from when you were a kid, mate? Or at least have one on your bedroom wall as a poster. I don't think you can call yourself a petrol head. I don't think you can call yourself alive.
And speaking of cars that made you feel alive, there is and always will be the Porsche 911, a benchmark amongst sports cars, a cultural icon, a true classic.
This is a 997 Gen 2 GT3 from 2010, which in some circles is considered the best GT3, which arguably makes it the best 911, which in theory also makes it the best car, full stop. This one's extra special because it's got the last Metzger engine, a 3.8 litre flat six, 430 horsepower, 194 miles an hour flat out. And just listen to this noise. I don't even need to talk. Let the flat six do its thing. Oh! Yeah, baby. How good is that? Honestly, some people say I'm a Porsche fanboy. I'm actually not. It took me so long to get to the point where I loved 911s. And you know when it happened? When I drove a 911, and since then I have been hooked. And this GT3, it's something else. Stone cold classic. Sing for me!
And it really doesn't get much better than that. This GT3, this group, and cars like it all provide firm reasons to love them, whether it be through looks, timeless engines, speed, cultural impact, and ability to involve the driver. Attributes that in an electric car seem implausible at best and impossible at worst.
I happen to be a big fan of electric cars, but even I will admit that sometimes they can leave you feeling a bit cold. Some of them, you could argue, feel a bit like appliances more than cars. And Hyundai are well aware of this, and they've been working extremely hard on a solution.
Their solution was to give it to their N division, who've taken it upon themselves to give the car not just a visual facelift, but a huge sense of humor transplant, cranking up the fun to all new levels. It has more power, yes, more torque, sure, but this is a car that is mainly focused on making the driver feel excited, feel involved, feel something, and that includes feeling like an absolute hooligan.
You can get a sense of how busy they've been by just looking at this new steering wheel, which is it's a bit like a Formula One steering wheel. There are so many buttons on it. So this one up here on the top left changes your drive mode between eco, normal, and sport. This orange one on the right-hand side is your N-Grin button, which gives you more power on demand. You see, by default, the motor at the back gives you 383 horsepower, and the one on the front gives you 226 for a total of 609. But push that, and you get 650 for 10 seconds. After the 10 seconds has elapsed, you wait 10 seconds, and then you can push it again. A bit like a DRS button, and it really works. And then we've got a couple of N shortcut buttons, which you can use to engage the 5N's most ridiculous and enjoyable driving modes. So I'll push the one on the left, and that gives me some noise. You hear that? This car is simulating the sound of an ice car. And it also gives me a gearbox. Look at that. As mad as it sounds, this car's replicating a DCT, downshift. On the power, shift up, and I get a little torque interruption, a little kick in the back. It's not real, but I kid you not, when you are pushing this car, it just gives you that extra little bit of feedback and involvement that makes it a surprising amount of fun. What's it like to drive in anger? Let's break it down. Well, the first thing you notice is the seating position. I'm sat up quite high in this car. In most hot hatches, you'll be sat a fair bit lower, but because it's a crossover, yeah, you're definitely sat on top of the car. But the seats have really good support, so you can pitch it in, and these bolsters hold you in place really nicely, so you can actually commit to a corner. Oh. And it feels good. And by God, the thing feels so fast. It's ridiculous.
And it's not just fast in a straight line, it stays flat and maintains good composure in the bends.
Steering feel, doesn't seem to be loads of that, but I swung it into a corner, see what happens. Yeah, initially a little bit of understeer. You can certainly feel that 2.2 tons of mass, but can you drive it on the throttle? Yeah, you can actually drift the thing. This is a proper old school driver's car with balance. That's the appropriate word, it's got balance. Lovely. The drift optimizer seems to work quite well on the shorter corners, hairpins and such like at Chicago, but it seems to have a little bit more trouble on the longer corners. But because you can send all the torque to the rear wheel, you can switch it into that rear wheel drive mode and then drive it by yourself on the rear axle like a pro. I'm really enjoying this. Fake silly engine noises and all. This is actually, it's hilarious. This kind of takes me back to what cars are supposed to be. What we lost a little bit when we had the influx of electric cars. Suddenly, we're back to a stage where cars are putting a smile on your face again. Brilliant.
So it's fast, and with its fake gearbox and rear-wheel drive mode, it's also decent fun. But how capable is it really? To find out, I arranged yet another race. This time, a 2-lap shootout against 2 more legends of the petrol world.
To my right is the Honda Civic Type R, one of the fastest hot hatches on the market. When it comes to carrying 4 people in comfort and at great speed, there aren't many better hot hatches than that thing, especially when it's being piloted by one of Autotrader's finest, Mr. Dan Trent. On my left, meanwhile, is a Porsche 718 Cayman GTS 4.0, one of the finest sports cars on the market, and it happens to be driven by Adam Christodoulou, professional racing driver, and that combination, let's face it, is going to be pretty rapid. How is the humble Ioniq 5N going to cope with these two? Let's find out.
Three, 2, 1.
What?
Go!
No, not having that. He's cheated. I've had them both. They've had a shocker. Look at that. The Hyundai is in the lead despite a little bit of cheating there. Right, come on.
It was going well, but at Chicago, carrying 2.2 tons of EV, I overestimated the brakes.
Okay, a lot of weight. I've run wide. Stay ahead, Reed, stay ahead. Okay, cool. It's still going well. This car is accelerating like you wouldn't believe. Okay, there's a lot of weight to deal with.
But my rival in the Honda decided the only way he could win was to cheat.
He's cheating again. The Civic is cheating again. No. Okay, gonna dive down the inside. No, I'll think better of that. No, not doing it yet. Oh my God, you are such a cheat, Daniel Trent. And now the Porsche is back in the game.
With the Civic holding me up, the Porsche was able to use its momentum to make a decisive move.
Oh no, the Porsche is all over me. No. Oh no. This has gone wrong. I'm last again. Oh no, come on. Use the power.
On the second and final lap, I planned to use my power advantage to blast past them once again, but Adam in the Porsche attacked the Honda and defended against me in the same move.
The Porsche is in the way. Get out of the way. This is hilarious. Oh my God. It's all over the place right now. Who's gonna win this? I've got no idea. All right, careful on the brakes here. That's where I went wrong before. Bit more neat and tidy. And hopefully I can get on the power and just shift the Civic out the way. Yes, okay. Civic done. Creeping up on the Porsche. It's gonna have me under braking. Gotta be careful on that. Don't cheat. Civic, don't cheat. Don't cheat. Okay, he's following the rules this time. Come on, Reed, come on. Come on. Oh my God. Right, a couple more corners to go. It's just me and the Porsche. Oh, he's so quick through these bends. Come on. No! I think he's got this. I think he might have it. No. You know what? He's got it. The Porsche's got it, but he did cheat. No! That was hilarious. Whoa. I did not expect that. So the Civic cheated, the Cayman cheated, and yet I still managed to get ahead of him before the first corner. And then the Civic cheated again, and then, oh my God, after 2 laps, that 718 just edged it, but only, I think, because it cheated off the line. Wow. But look at that. The Hyundai Ioniq 5N is hanging with some big boys of performance. And more to the point, look at my face. Look at the sweat on my face. Look at the smile on my face. That was amazing. This is amazing.
What's even more amazing is that the 5N, without the variable of jump starts or clever defensive driving or botched braking, set astonishing lap times. With all 3 cars driven by Adam, the Hyundai managed a time 2 seconds a lap quicker than the Cayman GTS and 5 seconds a lap quicker than the Civic Type R. It's fast in a straight line, fast around corners, and fun in the process. And that gives us questions to answer. Why aren't there more electric cars like this? How will they evolve and improve? And can they ever reach the same iconic status as legends of yesteryear? The answer, for now, looks increasingly promising. There's hope. The N division has proven that regardless of what's under the bonnet, that unmistakable connection between car and driver is here to stay. Legends may evolve, but the thrill of driving will never die.